Hi, welcome. Today we're going to discuss what is love, understanding the three spiritual levels of love. What is love? As much as we like to, we can't force love to happen, but we can understand its many levels and connect more easily to its source. Now, many of you are saying, I know love is there to an old friend, maybe to an old lover, to an old parent, or to a friend, a new friend, to a child. My question is, why is it so many times people cannot feel love? Well, we're in the middle of exploring what humanity is trying to do, what course of action humanity as a whole is trying to accomplish. Now, many say that is love is something that sparks, something that um, you look at someone and you just melt. And yes, that is part of love. But love is also understanding, compassion, and even when you do not want to give that, when that person has made you angry, when that person is not truly there for you, you can still love them. That doesn't mean you have to accept their crossing of boundaries. Now, love is many level, many level. Most of us confuse love in our lives because we see somebody, we start dating somebody, and right away we feel this feeling of butterflies in our stomach, and we feel that this is love. Well, let me explain to you. There are many different ways you can love someone. You can love someone without having those butterflies. Like, look at the older couples that have been married for long periods of time. They love in a different level. They love not just for those butterflies, but also for the understanding and compassion, the respect they have for each other, the respect that they show, and the way they think about each other. Now, I have wondered many times, where does love come from? Well, love comes from everywhere, but it mainly comes from source. Love is part of source, or source is really love. And since we are part of source, we are part of that love, or we can be. How does a parent love a child? Normally, that parent sacrifices, does things for the child that normally wouldn't do. Um, Things of the child first, takes care of their necessities, takes care of their wants, takes care of their food, their housing, how they get to school, how they don't get to school, to help them with homework. And even, let's go here, let's go there, let's go to the beach, let's go to a museum, let's go to the park, what is now called play dates. Let's have a play date. You know, love is something that is deeply seated in our heart chakra. And it goes all through our body. It isn't just in our heart, like a bottled thing. It should be let go. It should be running through all of our veins, through all of our cells, through everything that we as human beings or more can be. We touch someone, and that is in a way love. We say hello to someone who's having a bad day, and that in a way is love. Love for humanity. We help somebody cross the street because they're having difficulty. That is a way of sending love, of loving. loving anything and everything that's about them. It is the word love that's part of spiritual life. You cannot be spiritual if you do not have love. If you do not have love in your heart, if you do not have love for others, if you do not have love for what's around you or who's around you. You know, you see a mother with a child and that they share. When you look at the mother and you look at the child is looking up and it's just so beautiful. You could see it in their eyes. You could feel it. It's oozing. Why? Because it's all unconditional, absolute love. It is love that comes from source, that is not rehearsed, that it is just natural. You could have the great love for the universe. You could have a great love in your lifetime. You know, we all have that one that we, or most of us that say it escaped. Well, you could always have that love and yet know that it involves more than just the person. It involves how you feel, how you treat them, and in a way, respect yourself and treat yourself. We all have the love of the universe. We all have the love that we share for the animals, for the plants, for the seasons. You know, we are now changing seasons, and it is beautiful how everything goes from green to all these beautiful colors, at least in the East, where you get a tree that has given you fruit, has given you through the whole summer flowers and fruit and beautiful shade and all the green you can see in all different shades in on the leaves. And now you see it slowly changing to beautiful bright reds and yellows and oranges. And you just desire and love that. You get to feel that connection with nature because of it. You go and you find yourself a beautiful fur baby, a dog, a cat, and I'm saying fur babies, but it could be a snake. Everybody likes different pets. That becomes your child. You have a love for that, which becomes part of your family, whether there's a lot of people in your family or whether there's only one. Now, I don't know about you, but I remember when I went and picked out my dogs. They were so cute, and out of so many to pick, the three at that point that came to me were the ones that I picked. I took them, I adopted them. Each one had their different personality, even though they were basically the same type. Each one had their own look, their own personality, their own style, and each one showed affection towards me in a different way. It was just beautiful. Now, our senses, you know, we have the sense of a flower. We love that flower. We give it water, we give it food, and it grows, and we show love by doing that. That is universal, absolute love. Love that comes from source and love that burns in our heart without even us realizing. Because the flame of love grows and grows and grows, and we sometimes think of it as second nature. So we do not even think about it when we are expressing it towards someone. The love that we can share towards somebody, that individual love, the love that we can show our friend, our lover, our family member, the love that we actually show them by respecting them. by trying to hear what they have to say, by trying to come up with some agreement when there is a disagreement, to try to do whatever is possible for the other one to make them comfortable, give them joy, to make life easier for them. That is what love is for the other person. It's not going to bed, having sex. That is all great and good. That's like the cherry on the top. But that is not really what love is about. That is just instinct. That's like an animal has sex. We also have that. We have that instinct. But that people confuse that with love. That is part of what you should share when you love someone and they love you back the same way. But not just, it isn't part of love when it's just instinct. Now, we also have self-love. The love, the great love that's within us, where our minds, our senses, our ego are hardwired, and we just learn how to separate it. Learn how to say, you know, I know that loving myself is not selfish. I know that I need to take care of myself in order to take care of others. And in a way, you're showing love for others because you are taking care of yourself. So then you could take care of them properly. Now, we all love one thing or another, or one person or another. But how can you love someone when you don't respect them? How can you love someone when you do everything possible to make their life harder? When you like to totally have arguments with them and disagree with them constantly. And now I'm not saying, keep quiet on speaking your truth, but there are different ways of speaking your truth. Now, will loving someone cause you to suffer? Well, it could. It could be if they do not follow your boundaries, if they do not respect you, if they harm you, and if you do not respect and love yourself. Yes, it could hurt. It could harm you. And if you love someone, don't allow them to abuse you. Don't allow them to beat you up. Don't allow them to just never respect you. That's not love. That is actually disrespect. That is something that they don't even love themselves. Now, love as a practice. Okay? This is the third level of love in my experience. It is the love that is meant to put smiles on people. It is the love that you can just voice yourself and say, I love you. Have a nice day. That is love. That is love because you may not know that person. You may not share their same views. You may not do anything that is the same. He or she may not even be in your tribe, as they say. But by practicing how you treat yourselves and others, you can then show true love. That's what really it is about. Not, having arguments, not closing the door on somebody who's walking near, right in back of you. Hold that door. Show love. That could change their whole day, their whole perspective. How about saying good morning? You go get coffee. Hey, good morning. How are you? Hope you have a great day. Stay safe. Wow, what a wonderful statement. Stay safe, especially in these times where there's so much illness, so much disease, so much terror, so many things happening. What a beautiful statement. Stay safe. Be yourself. Take that mask off and be yourself. It is okay. It may be never accepted, and that is okay. You know why? Because as long as you are with yourself, it will eventually catch on. Maybe that person may not see the blessings that you're showing them and the love that you're showing them, but those around them will. Those around them will say, hey, you know, why shouldn't I say hi to someone? And why shouldn't I say, hey, have a great day? What is the big deal of opening the door and leaving the door open, or even being in an elevator and holding that door open for someone? Help that mother with a carriage go down from the curb or up to the curb. There's so many different ways we could show love universal. We do not have to just show love by presence. You know, you could write a beautiful note to someone. You can give them something that you made. It isn't necessarily something that you need to buy for them. Enjoy that true relationship that you have with yourself, with Source, the other person. Enjoy that universal love that you have for the universe and all its inhabitants. We don't always have to agree. The only thing we have in common is that we came from love and we will return to love. Now, why not show and live in love while you're here? It's hard. Of course, it's love. Of course, it's hard to love someone who is not on the same vibration as level as you. It is very hard to have them always negative and still love them and show love. You know, we have been very forgetful many times. We forget to say thank you. We forget to say you're welcome. We forget all the little things that can make someone's life so much easier and so much prettier. What does it take to go to a restaurant, have the servers give you water, and they keep coming around? Why don't you just say thank you? And I don't mean just with the tip. I'm saying verbally say thank you. And if though that waiter or that staff was really good, why don't you send a restaurant a thank you note, naming them so they could get some recognition? You know, that makes their day. Just like when you get a recognition, it makes your day. That is just someone showing you love, someone showing you and appreciate for what you did. We all have love within our heart. We just sometimes have to find it. And sometimes you just have to take a deep breath. You know, I find myself, even myself, in difficult situations where I really have to dig in and show love for that person or that situation. And it works for me. And hopefully it works for you. All I do is close my eyes for a moment and imagine that I was sitting in the center of a flow of love, completely surrounded, encircled by love, and letting that beautiful energy just go through my body and keep imagining that it's flowing through me. Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful scene? So why don't you do that? I have seen many people's faces when they try that exercise. And I have seen their expression change. I even ask them to think of someone or something that they love and let them experience that love and hold on to that feeling and multiply it. For example, a parent, the first time that they carry their child, that's unbelievable love. And yet they forget about that because life, because of the way things turn out. Maybe they ended up in divorce, that couple, and the parents are separated and they're trying to harm each other using the children. And I say, children are the ones that are innocent. So think of how you felt that first time you held that child in your arms. That connection, that love, that is the way to feel. That is the way to open your heart back up. One of the ways I like to also help them imagine to receive love is to be just outside the window of the room and sit in a compassionate and loving place and allow this place to really surround you. And when you open that window, allow that energy to flow through from inside the house and from outside in, allowing a breath of fresh air. So it will be receiving as well as giving. Because sometimes we feel guilty about receiving love, about receiving anything, a compliment. That's showing love. We we are we feel guilty. It's like selfishness, and I don't understand it. Because the more we feel loved, the better chance we have to give love. What does it take? It costs nothing, nothing to just open your heart, but it just worth an unbelievable amount. It is beyond belief the amount of worthiness that love can be. If you appreciate and give somebody a spark of tenderness, a little bit of affection, um, just give them a kind word. Don't complain. Don't complain about the meal. Say thank you for providing this meal. Don't complain about the drink. Say thank you for providing this drink. And if you need to fix it and adjust it, then do so. Don't criticize the person who is actually thinking of you and providing you this. Let it go. Take yourself into a new level. That's how we are really going to get to the next dimension. That's how we are all going to be awakened and travel up into our rightful place. Not by being negative, not by not showing love, not by not even loving yourself. We need to start using our heart chakra even more than ever. Let that beautiful spiritual organ organ to expand beyond the universe so we can then join the others in beautiful energy, loving ourselves, loving those that are around us. Doesn't require much, doesn't require money. It actually just requires intent, appreciation, affection, empathy, and comprehension, and the willingness to communicate it in one way or another, whether it be by opening the door, whether it be by helping them with a box, whether it be to just show up and say, hey, how you doing? Whether it be to just text, hey, hope you have a great day. or even wave someone on the street. Let those people feel what you are trying to really spread through the world. The more we love and show that love, the better this world will be. There's enough hatred. There's enough negativity. Mother Nature is even complaining with storms and with global warming. It is showing us that we need to do something now. We need to be our true selves. We need to be where we need to be, not just living, participating and being and starting to take those steps to be who we really are. Because when we ascend, it isn't about the how we awakened. It is about the love and the appreciation that we can share, because that's what unites us. That energy of love, that energy of being true to ourselves, that energy begins within. And now with that, I would like to just have you close your eyes for a moment. If you're driving and you're hearing this, please stop or wait until you're in a safe place. It is just for a moment. Close your eyes and take nice deep breaths. And feel the love that goes from my heart to yours. Feel that energy connecting. Take another deep breath. And start to feel the love within you. Start to open those doors, those windows, and let that energy just come within. Let that energy just increase and increase until it overflows and it spreads through the rest of our body. And not just our physical body, our emotional body, our mental body, our spiritual body. And let that flow out into the world. Nice and slow. See it like if it was beautiful waves in the ocean just spreading out further onto the beach. Let it all out. Feel that love within yourself. Renew that contract within yourself. Renew the love for yourself, for others, for the universe, and for the beautiful spirit that we call Creator, that we call God, that we call the All-Knowing. Whatever it is that you call it. Now let that energy just flow through you. Feel it as I'm sending you more love from my heart onto yours. From my heart onto yours. I love you. I wish you the best blessed day and week that you can have. You may open your eyes and see things differently. Love you. I'm sending you a big hug and send that love out to others. Many blessings. Namaste.